I don't take enough like notes when I play TTRPGs. I literally just go off my memory.
Oh, neither am I.
Well, like no, in general, when I play any TTRPG, like if I have any above game knowledge and I forget it, it's gone.
Hello everyone and welcome to Not a Scratch, the only podcast that believes Scratch is an overpowered move. I am your host, your PM, your DM, your GM, Anaru himself, and with me, across from me, trying to figure out the difference between canned beans and uncanned beans.
It's me, Mansoor. And with me, I've got someone who only stores their suits in suitcases.
It's Mohammed. Know your terminology.
That was a very uncomfortably long pause.
How's it going? It's been forever. Yeah.
It's been good.
What do you mean it's been forever? It's only been a week.
Right, yes, it has been exactly 7 days, no more, no less. In fact, as soon as this is done, we will be posting this. That is exactly what's going to happen.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yes.
these episodes totally come out as soon as they're recorded and aren't pre-recorded in any way, shape, or form.
Editing doesn't exist in our world. It's just a figment of your imagination.
In fact, just join us on our live stream.
Yo, okay, real talk, like, if we do, like, a second campaign or whatever, I'd be totally down to live stream. And, like...
Live stream this on Mixer.
What's Mixer? Am I?
Mixer is Microsoft's version of Twitch.
Okay.
Mixer is
Yeah.
dead.
It's like a distant but powerful third. Think of it like the... How would I say? Think of it like the T-Mobile of streaming.
T-Mobile's
they just merged-
mainstream, dude.
they-
What are you talking about?
Okay,
Well,
but
that's what I'm saying.
it's
Mixer
always-
is mainstream, but it's clearly third behind AT&T and Verizon.
Yeah.
Not by quality, but by, like, size.
Well, I mean, we might have to retract that statement in a bit because, you know, that merger finally went down, so...
Welcome to Economic Talk with three fools who don't know economics. I'm your host, the only one with an economics degree. No. To be fair, it is behavioral economics, which means I don't understand the calculus.
But you understand the consumers and the behaviors. Like, hey, I want to merge. That is a behavior we can partake in.
Hey guys. Hey guys.
Hey guys, what?
Can we get to the game?
No.
Hey, wanna merge? Okay,
That is the worst
I mean,
thing I've ever heard.
Hey, listen, man. On Wall Street, that works.
Oh no.
All right, let's jump back into this. Do either of you two want to give the recap, or do you want me to give the recap?
I'll give the recap. So last time, we went into the sort of dream world or astral world. The guy talked in riddles. I still don't quite know of the Recruits of the Lost, and they told us of these legendary items that we needed to find to save the world. And one of them was in Shady Grove, which is a city not too far away from Thunder Tree City. So we were on our way. We made up excuses to our parents. I think we should have lied to our parents, actually, and telling them we were in a different guild.
Well, we have a cover story simply because the whole idea of the Recruits of the Lost is no one knows the members, and that's proving to be a problem now that the forces of evil are coming back to the region. So while the leaders of the Recruits of the Lost are trying to find everyone else, we're keeping our identity hidden for the time being.
Right. We also heard there's a spy somewhere in their ranks. Their leader is also an Alexam, who's very cool and very cryptic, which is awesome.
Oh, right, there's a mole, or a Drillbur, or a Diglett, or something.
If the mole's a Diglett, I'm gonna be so happy. But yeah, that's kind of been everything that happened last episode.
Yep. I think that's pretty good. Mohammed, do you have anything you want to add in?
Not in particular. I think my little introduction there was kind of all I had. We could patch that together. We can make that work, right?
Yeah.
I can make that work.
We'll fix it in post.
What do you mean? We don't have posts.
Let's dive back into the story. Cough, cough, wink, wink, etc. So where we last left off, I think, if I remember correctly, and if it's not, we're retconning this because it's not a big deal. It was nighttime when we ended the last episode.
I think, yeah, it was nighttime. Did we decide? Yeah, we decided to go in the morning so we could travel during the day.
Yep, because it's a day's trip to the Shady Grove anyways, and what we're looking for should be in the general area, so.
It is now morning. I'm going to make up a day for this to make it simple. Today is June 1st, and as you know from yesterday's meeting, in exactly 1 year's time from today, the bad guys are coming. So quite literally, to sum up basically everything that's happened so far, you have 365 days to find all 7 of the magical items, find every member of the Recruits of the Lost, and find the mole before the bad guys get here.
No pressure.
Sounds like late work. Yeah, no, like, we're trusting this to 2 10-year-olds. It's fine.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, if you split that up, that's 365 over 16. So, if doing the math here, as long as you find one thing every 22 days, you're good?
Yeah. We'll be fine.
The first 80 days pass, nothing.
Oh boy.
You'll have afterwards. You'll also have like 2 weeks to chill on the beach or something. Okay, so with that said, let us see. It is the morning of June 1st, and let's go over to Ralph. So Ralph, it's morning. We're gonna say it's really early, like 4 o'clock.
Jeez.
Are you awake, or are you planning on staying?
Ralph is gonna be in bed until like at least like 7 a.m. Like he's an early riser, but not that early.
Okay, so let's skip forward 3 hours. The world does not end in those 3 hours, and it's 7 o'clock. Ralph, we go to you. What's the like?
Ralph gets up, and wait, did I arrange to meet you, Kyle? Did I arrange to meet you in at the school or at your house?
I don't know if we established that. I think we'll just say the school.
Okay. Ralph gets up, goes, "Alright, Mom, I'm gonna go to Shady Grove to be with that other guild that I mentioned yesterday. Bye-bye!" I just leave the door, and I go out and meet Kyle, and we're gonna head over, start
It's
heading...
just a very puzzled look. He doesn't even know what guild he's going to?
No, I mentioned it last episode. I just... the player controlling me doesn't know. Doesn't remember the name. Anyway, bye! He leaves and goes to the school.
Ralph's already losing his mind that it's day 1 with the Recruits of the Lost.
Everything will be fine!
So just to go over real quick your character, what are you carrying with you? Because I remember yesterday game time, you had gotten a goodie bag with stuff. What's in the stuff?
Oh yes, let me check to see if I was responsible enough to put that on my sheet. I put in a blast seed, which deals a D10 to the foe, an apple, which increases my belly by a D4, an oran berry, which heals 1d8 HP, and a pekka, I don't know how to say that, berry.
Neither do I.
Okay, Pecha berry, and that heals poison.
I'm pretty sure it's Pekka.
Yeah. Pekka, sure. Which heals.
All right. And Kyle, do you want to tell us what's in your bag, real quick?
It looks like Kyle's dad gave him a chestnut, a grass gummy, and a raspberry.
All right, cool. So the chestnut heals belly, grass gummy increases IQ, and the raspberry heals burn, if I'm correct.
That is correct.
All right, cool. So Ralph is heading on out. It's like 7:05. I'm not even sure. Did you grab breakfast?
I gotta look up banana. That's maybe it.
The banana. I will tell you right now, the banana is the key to everything, he says in a potentially joking manner. You head on to the school, and meanwhile we jump over to Kyle. Kyle, what is your morning like? It's 7:05. Are you awake?
Kyle, being the ever careful child he is, woke up a little earlier, made sure to, get in a good breakfast. His parents were up, so, he was like, eating with them, and then finished his food and kind of looked outside and saw it was bright out and it was time to go. And he was like, "All right, Mom, Dad, I'm gonna head out now. I'll I guess I'll see you when I see you."
Oh my gosh, my kid, he's growing up. And then your mom, okay, sweetie, I'll take care of him. It's fine, it's okay. He's just doing his thing.
Thanks, Mom. And Kyle just walks out the door and is on his way to the school.
All right, so at the school, both of you guys just happen to get there at the same time. What a shock. It's almost like this is, a story. So you guys get there at the same time, and you see that on the front of the school, there is a note, and nobody seems to be looking at it.
What's the note say?
Well, you guys are at the front of the school. Is one of you going to walk up to it, or are you guys going to talk to each other?
Well, if we notice that there's a note there, I think we should read it, and then see if there's anything important, or just be on our way.
Okay, so the note, it's very simple, and it's written out to you guys. It says to Ralph and Kyle. And it's a quick handwriting. You can see it's clearly Mrs. Quagmire's. And Mrs. Quagmire basically says, we've already gone out searching for members. Try to find the first item.
And that's just on the front door of the school?
I never said Mrs. Quagmire was particularly smart. She's just very quick.
Okay, well, this world is doomed.
I mean, no one else is awake. It's a peaceful city. It's fine.
Right, okay.
It's June 1st on a Sunday. I don't know.
Okay.
I believe canonically
Actually, no,
it's
not Sunday. It's probably like Tuesday.
I was gonna say it's a Monday or a Tuesday, I believe.
I need to make a calendar.
All right, Kyle. I think we got to get to Shady Grove.
All right.
I don't think the Alakazam mentioned if we've got to go there on by foot, or if there's like some other mode of transportation that we can take to Shady Grove.
It's a forest. Are you afraid to go through the forest? It's just a forest.
Do we have to walk through the forest to get there?
Yeah, the city's kind of in the forest.
Do cars not exist in this world?
So, cars and stuff sort of exist. There's no such thing as taxis in this world. Let's think of this basically like 1920s America almost.
There were trains in
Things are being-
1920s America.
There are trains in 1920s America. In fact, you know that Thunder Tree City has a train station.
Oh, so maybe we could just go to the train station then and get there in a day by train, maybe, hopefully.
I mean,
Yeah, you could. Remember, Thunder Tree City is a big city, so it's got a bunch of shops and train station and other things. If you want to go buy supplies, or just go straight for the ticket, or look for some other way of trying to figure it out. Think of this almost like, a huge city. Obviously, I'm trying to pick a right time frame, so like early 1900s would be the amount of technological advancements that you guys have.
Okay.
So there are trains, there are no cars, or there's very few cars,
there
etc.
are radios.
So think about how you went.
There are radios.
There are
Wait,
radios.
I said he's been playing video games for like the past 3 episodes.
The entertainment industry has come
What
a
was
long
that?
way, but the transport industry is
Yeah,
lagging
it's
behind.
like they've developed like game consoles, but they haven't developed like a car yet. Okay.
Yeah, you know what? In this world, Nintendo got started a lot earlier. I don't know.
Yeah, of course. I mean, Nintendo created this world. They can put whatever they
in
want
in this world, Reggie is Overlord.
There's Arceus, but then there's Reggie. Anyway, so yeah. All right, Kyle. I think. What do you think we should do first? Anything we should do in the city before we start going by train?
I mean, I kind of wanted to walk through the forest, but if you want to take the train, I guess we can do that. If you think we should, stock up and get anything more for ourselves than our parents got for us, then sure. But
Well, maybe there are other things that'll help us. Maybe not necessarily in battle, but just other useful items to have. Also, I'm sure you'll be able to walk through the forest at some point. I think the Alakazam mentioned that the legendary item was in a forest by Shady Grove, not necessarily in Shady Grove. So you'll get your chance. Don't worry.
fine, I guess we can take the train.
All right.
So out of game real quick. I sent you guys the map right?
Yep.
On Discord, I think you guys have it.
Yep.
Yeah, I have it up right now.
From Thunder Tree City to Shady Grove is about 15 miles.
Okay.
Like the roads or just straight shot there?
So Thunder Tree to Oakport and then Oakport to Shady Grove. So 2 separate roads together is 15. If you want to go exact route, it's probably like 16 or 17.
Gotcha.
Okay.
The entire region as a whole is like 700 miles or something, so it's not like a very big thing.
I mean, it's a
Gotcha.
Pokemon world. It's not like, it's not huge.
Yeah, and trains have just been built, so, long distance traveling hasn't really been thought of too much yet.
Okay. Right. What shops are around for us to peruse?
So, you guys walk to, I guess, downtown Thunder Tree City. It's now about 8 o'clock, so all the stores are starting to open up. There is your classic, like, grocers. There's the high-end sort of, almost like a mall in a way. That's where you buy the really expensive stuff, or, like, your TMs and HMs, and other sorts of things like that. So, if you want to buy food, you can go here. If you want to buy special items, TMs, HMs, it's almost like a bazaar. Think of it that way.
Okay.
A market.
For the non-Pokemon connoisseur, remind me what TMs and HMs are.
They're basically CDs that let you learn moves. like you plug in the CD into a Pokemon and it learns the move.
Ah, okay, cool.
This is another thing that I should probably explain, because in game it's a bit different. So learning moves isn't as simple as bang, I learn it. Once you reach the certain level, you have the capability of using the move, and then you have to practice that thing. So like biologically almost that I'm supposed to be able to use this move once I reach this level.
Mm-hmm.
And you can feel how strong, if you feel yourself getting stronger, then you'll say, okay, I feel like I'm a level 7. Oh, that means I can use this. So now I should practice trying that. And then there's a series of check marks that you have to basically scratch off. And once you reach those check marks, which I won't tell you, but once you reach those check marks, you're able to use the move properly.
So,
Then the TMs and HMs almost supplement that process.
Oh, okay. So it's like one of those like home CD workout videos to help you learn how to do the move, basically.
Pretty
That's
much.
the way
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna
it's-
see it, as opposed to plugging it into yourself.
I enjoyed the image. That's all I'm saying.
I don't like that image at all.
So whenever you can learn a move, so suppose you're able to learn, I don't know, let's say you can learn Focus Punch. Eventually you'll be able to, maybe. So once you learn that, you'll have the capability of using it, but it'll always be at a disadvantage. So you have to roll disadvantage for accuracy rolls until you meet those qualifications. And then once you do, you'll be able to use it normally.
Okay.
Is that what the learn slot in the character sheet for?
Yeah, so your move is temporarily there. Yeah, your move is temporarily there. And then once you've officially mastered that, then you will forget one of your old moves.
Gotcha.
Sorry, there are also moves that are not like learned by leveling up, but are exclusively by TM. Am I wrong on that, or?
Correct.
So I could get a move that I wouldn't normally get by leveling up then, if I want.
Yeah.
Right, so if for some reason you could learn Water Gun, and that was a TM,
Right.
then you could use the TM to supplement your Water Gun learning ability.
Okay, but there are only some TMs that I'm actually able to use, I assume. Like, according to Bulbapedia.
Correct,
at least.
yeah,
Okay.
so actually, for example, I don't remember if Water Gun's a TM at this point. I know it used to be. But for example, you cannot learn Water Gun. No matter how many times you watch that CD, you will never be able to spurt water out of your stomach.
Right. Okay.
But for some reason, Trico can learn Aerial Ace.
I think you kind of just slash with your tail or something.
Yeah, no, like
Um,
you kind of just jump from way up high or something.
Do you have to be a certain level for certain TMs?
No. So you could, right now, if you had a boatload of money, you could go to the store and just dump your cash for
And
all
by
the
like
best
focus
moves.
blast and just destroy. Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
In that case, let's go to the mall.
I will say,
Well-
I as GM will be preventing you from getting like Blizzard and Flamethrower
Yeah,
now.
of course, but I'm also noticing that some of these moves on Bulbapedia, like, there are different type moves, which I think would be really nice to combat, like, types that I'm usually weak against, and I can have a move that works against
right.
I mean, I was thinking we go to the grocer, stock up on food, and get a move on.
Well, Let's do both. We have time. We've only got a year until the world ends. We have time.
Okay, but also in the time it took us to wake up, meet up, and then go downtown, it was an
It's like
hour.
it's like an hour. It'll be fine. We're going by train. How bad can it be?
Okay, so I suppose after this somewhat off character thing, we dive back in. What are you guys planning on doing?
Ralph, I want to go to the grocery store and stock up on food because my dad gave me some, but I think I'm gonna need more. It's always better to have some now than not have it later. So I
Okay.
want to go there.
And I want to go to the mall to get some workout CDs to learn some new moves. So, how about we split up and then we'll meet each other again at the train station. How does that sound?
Okay. I think there's a train leaving kind of soon. So don't take too long.
Okay. I'm just going to buy like one or two. We'll see.
Okay.
Unless it's too
I'll see
expensive,
you
in
there.
which case we'll deal with that later.
Okay, so with that said, let us first follow Kyle. So Kyle, you walk over to the grocer's, and you see a Kangaskhan. And the Kangaskhan is busy. She's like doing the thing where you wipe an apple to make sure it shines really good. So she's doing that to an apple, and then you walk into the store.
Hi, ma'am. I am gonna go join a guild. And I have a really long journey ahead of me. I was wondering what food you have that I can take with me, so I don't get hungry.
Oh, is that it?
I mean, well, I'm a growing trico. I need some, good sustaining food, and you seem like the type of person who knows a lot about, nurturing and caring and helping young
Raise a
Pokemon grow.
child.
It's Kangaskhan, dude.
I know.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. I got you, kid. Hey, Junior. And she calls up the Kangaskhan that's always in the pouch. So that little baby Kangaskhan, who at this point is probably around the same age that you are, kind of hops, waddles. I'm not exactly sure how they move. I'm assuming they just walk weirdly. Walks on over and says, "Yeah, how can I help you?"
I was wondering what food items you have here that I can buy.
Sure, sure. You said you're joining a rescue team, a guild, something like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what rank are you?
I just got recruited. I'm just going over for my first day now.
Okay, you're newbies. Okay, so here I'll explain the procedure for you. So if depending on your ranking, you get access to different sort of sections of our shop. Since you're unranked, you'll get access to a certain section. As you rank up, just show your badge or some sort of identification, and we'll open up more of the store to you. So since you're unranked, you get to go, and the baby Kangaskhan points to a specific corner of the shop that says unranked. You get to go over there, pick out whatever you want, come over to the register. I'll process the whole thing.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. Thank you. And Kyle just heads over and sees what is in the little banished corner in the store with all the newbie items.
So this corner of the store is the area that most people are able to access. This is sort of because if you're unranked, that's almost the same thing as being a regular civilian. So this area is where most of the people end up shopping, and you see a lot of basic things. So in particular here, you see apples, peccaberries, raspberries, plain seeds. You see a big apple, which is just a regular apple, but like more increase in belly. And let's see. And you see a chest, a locked chest that doesn't have a key. So it's apples, basic seeds, like plain seeds, blast seeds, things like that. And hopefully I'm not going too fast for you. But
No, I'm with you.
okay. Yeah. So, and I'll tell you what the prices are, if you want to pick it up. So there's regular apples. There's one big apple There's plain seeds, which, to be honest, don't do anything.
Yeah.
Blast seeds, sleep seeds, and then the chest. And then your berries as well, basic berries.
Yeah. Uh, You said there's blast seed and sleep seed.
Correct.
I think what Kyle's gonna go for is Kyle's the type of person who likes to, stock up. So Kyle's gonna go ahead and pick up the big apple and like 5 smaller apples, and then pick up like 3 sleep seeds, and then also.
So here, I'll tell you the prices. I'll tell you the prices of each of these things as you say them. So the big apple is worth 200. The regular apple is worth 100. The sleep seed, let me check real quick. Sleep seed is worth 70, and you can go on from there.
And the chest kind of catches Kyle's eye because, it's weird that there's a locked chest here. Kyle is curious.
On the chest, it says, cannot open. Feel free to have. You can buy the chest and get whatever's inside. And then on there it says, note, the chest will break once you open it.
Oh my god, we're putting in a loot box system in this game? Oh no.
Alright, is there a price tag?
DLC.
Is there a price tag on it? On the chest?
The price tag is, what's it called whenever you come to counter for a request or whatever?
Oh, yes. Alright, Kyle's gotta go ahead and pick that up too, and he's gonna go to the register with his...
It's $5.99 real money. Do you have your dad's credit card?
Yeah, Kyle's gonna walk up to the register with his whole hoard of items.
All right. Remind me again what you have so I can properly calculate it.
The Big Apple, not New York City. 5
Big Apple.
5 normal apples.
So let's see.
That's 700.
Big apple, 5 normal apples. That's 700. Yeah.
Plus the 3 sleep seeds.
3 sleep seeds. That's an extra 210. So that's 910 so far.
And then the chest.
Okay, so the baby Kangaskhan takes everything but the chest, and then asks for 910. So hand that over.
And Kyle very promptly hands over 910 poke.
Okay. So how much are you at now?
43.40.
All right. Go ahead and update your thing. And
doing
then the baby Kangaskhan says, "Okay, is that everything?"
I'm also kind of curious about this chest. How much are you guys selling this for?
Oh, Mom, I think we have somebody that wants the chest. And then Kangaskhan comes up and says, "Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me. Okay. If you're interested in the chest, you have to prove that you're worthy of the chest."
I'm not picking up what you're putting down. What do you mean?
Well, you see, I don't know what voice this is, but I'm going with it. Well, you see, I've tried selling this chest before, but it always seems to come back. So, we have to prove that you can keep the chest.
I think I have room in my backpack for it. If that's what you're wondering.
That's not it. And the Kangaskhan pulls out a little card and hands it to you, and it has on there a question. Okay? Now, before I give you the question, I'm going to have you roll smart, and depending on what it is, I will give you a different question. So, if the full success, a very easy one, mixed success, medium. If you roll a nat 1, I will ask you to solve, prove that the Pythagorean theorem is true or something like that.
I could do that.
Well, yeah, but with all examples.
What'd you roll? What?
This cannot be good.
So I have a +1 modifier, but I rolled a nat 1.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. I was joking when I was saying solve a math theorem, but honestly, Wait a minute. Okay, so what I will have you do, your question is on the paper. It says, so without looking this up, okay, because I know for a fact you will not get this right. Uh, name the fairy type move that Eevee needs to evolve into Sylveon.
Oh God, I was just looking at this the other day.
Are you serious?
I'm not even joking. I was actually just looking at that because I was on the Bulbapedia page for Eevee. Oh man. Oh no.
There are two answers for this. Either one will get you the chest, basically. Without looking this up, and you've got like I don't know, 20 seconds or so.
Oh man. Oh no. Oh my God. I'm currently sitting like racking my brain, and Kyle is just doing the exact same thing because he's just like, we didn't get to fairy types in school yet. Um.
10 seconds.
Uh. I don't know. Wish.
What is your final answer?
Wish.
Unfortunately, Wish is not the correct answer.
Is that a fairy type move now, or is it still like a psychic move?
I don't even. I think it is still a normal type
Oh
move,
my
or
God.
psychic or whatever it is. So the answers are Baby Doll Eyes and Charm.
See, I thought Charm was still a normal type move.
At least according to what I quickly searched up, because I did not expect you to roll in that one. The answer Charm is a fairy type move. So you write down Wish on the paper, and the paper literally burns up.
Kyle is just with a very defeated look on his face. Just kind of like he drops the paper because like it's really hot, and he just puts the chest on the counter, and he just looks so defeated.
So Kangaskhan goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, kid. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to take this back." And puts the chest back. And I assume you're leaving the store at this point.
Yeah, Kyle just goes, it's okay. I should get going. Maybe someone will get that off your hands one day.
Yeah, we'll see. And Kangaskhan goes back to fixing up some of the storage things. And I assume you walk out the door?
Yeah, Kyle leaves and starts heading for the train station with his massive amount of foodstuffs.
As you hear the door close, you just hear a small voice in the background say, "Wow, I thought he was actually smart." Hello, this is Anaru, the GM, PM, DM of Not a Scratch, and welcome to I Got Scratched, where we commit grave sins to the canon universe. Now, earlier in the episode, we said that today was either Monday or Tuesday in the game. However, June 1st, according to the calculations, is actually a Wednesday. And if you want to know, the podcast technically started on May 27th, which is a Friday. Thank you very much for joining us in our new segment, I Got Scratched. Thanks also for listening to this episode. As always, future episodes come out on Tuesdays, so be sure to follow us, subscribe, and do all those important things that you need to do when supporting a podcast. If you've enjoyed the episode and want to support us in any way, shape, or form that you can, the best way to do so is share us with everybody that you know, preferably those that can catch these errors before I commit them in-game, so that would be very helpful. Also, leave us a review on your podcasting platform. Reviews help to bring new people into our community and also give us advice on what we can improve on in the future. You can follow us on Twitter at NotAScratchCast or email us as well at notascratchcast@gmail.com if you have any cool ideas to add to the podcast or just want to reach out to us. You can also suggest special segments in the episodes or be the next person to find a scratch in the podcast. We want to thank Glitch X City for the songs Kirby's Dream Land, the Lo-Fi remix, Pokemon Center themed Lo-Fi Lullaby remix, Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver Route 47 remix, Pokemon Diamond and Pearl Game Corner remix, and the Pokemon Sword and Shield Boutique theme remix. We also want to thank Tabletop Audio for the songs Waterkeep, Shadowfell, and Age of Steam. If you stick around after we sign off at the end of the episode, you'll hear a fun conversation about beans and see why none of us are capable of normal thoughts. With that said, let's go see what Ralph is up to. What's he buying? And with that, we will dive over to Ralph. So, hey, Ralph, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I want to learn a new move. I'm going to the mall.
All right, so you head to the mall. There's a bunch of clothing stuff, and basically just head past them. I assume you're not buying any
No,
shirts or pants or things
I
like
want to
that.
learn a new move. That's why I'm here.
All right, so you walk to the very end of the mall-like bazaar place, whatever we're calling this. You walk to the very end. Right before you get to the place where they sell the TMs and stuff, you pass by a sports memorabilia store. Are you gonna go inside?
Do they have baseball caps?
They got baseball, football, foosball, cricket, whatever.
I'm gonna walk in just to get a quick baseball cap.
All right, so you walk in, and I'm gonna go out of DM character mode for a second just to explain what's being built so far. So, as you guys know, people at home listening, hi, how you doing? So there are obviously the sport of baseball exists in this world. In fact, Ralph here is a huge fan.
Yeah.
Really quickly, I have developed 8 different teams based on the 8 different regions of this country, continent, place.
That's awesome.
I have the teams very mumuch laid out. So the 8 regions are, just to go over them again, Tenebris, Lux, Nature, Ventus, Ave, Flamma, Fluvius, and Petrum. And we currently live in Thunder Tree City, which is in the Nature region, which makes me think that Ralph is a fan of that baseball team. Is that correct?
You know it, hometown pride.
All right. So now each one of those, so each one of them have a specific name. So it is the Tenebrous Shadows, the Lux Solars, the Nature Earthquakes, which is what you're a fan of, the Ventus Hurricanes, the Ave Blizzards, the Flamma Burners, the Fluvius Waves, and the Petrum Wreckers.
All right.
Those are fantastic franchises.
Most of these are probably just not going to be very important unless baseball is going to be the key of saving the world, but, you know, made them up anyway.
Okay. Well, I'm going to want a Nature, what were they called? Nature, Earthquakes. I want an Earthquakes cap.
All right, so you walk on in, and there is a, what am I going to use? Rampardos. Let's go with that. Do you know what a Rampardos is?
Let me look up
Mentor?
what they look like real quick. Oh, yes, I know. They look like, yeah, the cool, like, butt head. Not butt head. Their
much.
heads look really good for headbutting. That's what it is.
Yes. So a Rampardos is behind there, kind of like straightening up a new jersey, and for some sports that I'm not going to call because otherwise I'll have to know the name of the guy. So it is a sport you don't care about.
Okay.
So with that, so he's fixing that up, and I suppose you walk on in.
Hey, bub. Can I get an Earthquakes cap? Do you have any of those for sale?
And just for simplicity's sake, I'm gonna give him the same voice. Only it makes sense for him.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, the baseball caps are over on the far side corner.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the far side corner.
Okay, so you go over there and you see a Pokemon over there, and this Pokemon is fully decked out in Earthquakes gear.
Oh yeah.
It's got like the jersey, the shoes, the hat, everything. The whole the limited edition watch that only came with cereal box things. Like he's got everything.
Oh, Ralph is very interested.
Do you see there are like 5 or 6 Earthquake hats there that fit your size?
Okay, I'm gonna go pick up an Earthquakes hat and like try it on. And while I'm putting it on, I'll be like, "Hey man, you also an Earthquakes fan?"
So how big of a fan are you? Actually, you know what? Not only we don't need to care about that because I can make you roll for it.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see how big of a fan you are. Go ahead and roll smart. So this is going to be a history check.
Okay.
History of the earthquakes.
Okay. I have a -1 on that.
Let's see. Yeah. I will give you advantage with this because you are such a big fan.
Okay, I got 13 on my first roll. No, sorry, 12 because -1, and then 9 minus 1 is 8. So we're going with the 12.
Yeah. So you know exactly who this is as this Pokemon turns around. And this Pokemon, as I pull up the name, because I'm using one sheet here, this person, he is, in fact, the new rookie for the Earthquakes, Smasher the Tyrogue.
Oh my god! Smasher! Oh my god! I didn't recognize you at first. But that's crazy. It's an honor to meet you, sir. I'm so excited for you to be a part of the Earthquakes. You're a fighting type. I'm a fighting type. It's so great to have someone of my type on the team. Oh my... Oh! I just want to say I'm a big fan. That's it. I'm sorry.
So, I'm making this up right now. If you guys want to build this character with me, go ahead. How good do you think Smasher was in the minor leagues or college?
He's a solid like 3.5, 4-star recruit. You know, he's doing pretty well, but you know, his game's a little rough around the edges. But there's potential. There's potential.
Yeah, I want to say that he's like the promising young like recruit that like not necessarily like people you see in like the top 10 people you might like will become like the next Ronaldo, like not that kind of young special prodigy, but he's like the kid that like he's like the young guy on the team that everyone's like maybe like in a couple of years like he'll make a really good name for himself, but he's gonna take some time.
He's not like a Zion or like a Jason Tatum. He's more of like think about like maybe like a Harrison Barnes level kind of stock, like in the draft kind of.
Gotcha.
If you pick it up and put it down.
For those of you who know who those names actually are.
So one last thing before we dive back into the story: have the Earthquakes been successful? So we're gonna say that the PMLB. I'm gonna go with that. Pokemon Major League Baseball. Maybe I'll think of a better name later, but at least the Major League Baseball thing, it's been going on for 10 years. Have they won any championships in these 10 years?
I want to say that they won like 1 or 2, but so I want to say they won.
I was
like
gonna
one.
say they I was gonna say they haven't won. They are like a consistent like top 4-3 team, but they're missing that piece to be a championship team. They don't have a banner yet.
I like that more.
And like this kid, which is like they're not getting the best kids in the draft, but like they're getting kids with potential that could potentially like lead the team on to greatness.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
I like that more actually.
So they haven't won, but they've gotten very close recently.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So let's dive back in. Ralph, you're an Earthquakes fan. You know Smasher the Die Rogue. Smasher turns around, goes, "Oh hey man, it's real nice to meet you. Always cool to see fans."
Oh, that's great. Well, I'm just so flustered right now, just seeing a sports, really one day maybe a sports icon. This might be crazy, but can I get your autograph?
Sure. In fact, are you buying the hat? And he points at the hat to Jeff.
I am.
Well, as soon as you buy it, I'll sign it for you. How's that sound?
That's awesome. Oh my god, thank you so much. You're making me... I'm blushing. And then I go to the counter and I buy the hat. Then I go back to him. How much is the hat?
The hat, we'll say... I have no idea. There's no such thing as hat. We'll say it's $350.
$350? Okay. I hand over 350 poke, and now I have 4,900.
Alright, cool. And... Alright, man, where do you want me to sign it?
Well, sign it. You know what? Just sign it. I don't know. Just put your name and then give me like a heartfelt, inspirational message or something.
So what he'll do is he'll actually sign the inside of the hat.
Awesome.
So he signs the inside of the hat. Well, what's your name, man?
My name's Ralph. Ralph.
Alright,
Ralph, 1 second. Let me remember my last name. Fist hands. There we go.
So he signs it, and I'm making this up on the spot. Hopefully this is inspirational to all y'all at home. He signs it to Ralph Fist Hands. Is that right?
Yes.
Alright. To Ralph Fist Hands. Smash your goals. And then he signs it Smasher.
Thank you. Oh, and I put the cap on and I'm like, well, I hope you have a great day and a great season, Smasher.
Before you head out, make a perception check. So that is beauty.
Okay. Beauty. I have nothing on beauty. Natural 1?
Okay. You head on out.
Okay. Well, bye!
And Smasher kind of just waves and heads back to wherever he was standing. And you head on out, and where are you going now?
I need to get the moves. I got sidetracked. Let's go.
Alright, so you walk in to the TM store, I suppose.
Uh-huh.
And so this is the high-end stuff, I suppose you say. Not only TMs, but there's like special drinks that boost your attack permanently, or a special attack,
Oh.
that sort of stuff.
Oh,
High caliber thing. But this also looks like the most expensive store you have ever been in your life.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, I'm
So,
looking.
You walk on in.
I'm looking. Who's at the counter?
There is a Kecleon at the counter, and it is a green Kecleon.
I go up to the Kecleon and I'm like, "Hi, I was looking for the move. I'm looking for Ice Punch. Do you have Ice Punch?"
Well, certainly, sir. As you can tell, we provide only the highest quality TMs, HMs, and other sorts of variety of moves.
Awesome.
So he kind of points you over to the TM section of the store on the right.
Okay.
So you walk on there, and what was the move you're looking for again?
Ice Punch.
Okay. So Ice Punch. Let me check something real quick.
Okay.
So Ice Punch, you see it there, and it cost 8,000 Poke.
Oh my god. Is there anything cheaper?
You look around, and I'll just tell you, don't need to pick a roll for this. The cheapest move there is cost 5,000 Poke.
And I'm 100 short. Gosh darn it. Well, what is the cheapest move?
The cheapest moves are honestly like very weak moves, like Water Gun and Razor Leaf. Mach
it.
Punch would be a move that you would probably be able to use, but that also is like $49.99.
Okay, well, in that case, I'm gonna... Wait, hold on. What was the move that I'll be able to use? I could go broke right now to learn a new move, but let's see.
You could. Let's see. Let me check something real quick. Are you what was it that you were asking for?
I was asking for Ice Punch, but now I'm just asking for, like, any of the cheap moves, like, just what they are. Or well, not cheap,
so
but, like,
I'm gonna-
5,000.
So I'm gonna look at moves that I'm gonna tell you moves that you could probably learn.
Okay.
Let's see. So, Scary Face. Let's see. A lot of them are like status moves. So, Scary
Right.
Face, Focus Energy, Payback. That's pretty much it.
Okay, well, in that case... Sigh.
That's another one. Yeah, I can play.
I'll just I'll just look into this later then, because I don't have enough money. Well, is there anything else in the store that is available, like things that increase my attack or defense or anything like that?
So let me check how much it costs. But so in the back, you see a couple of bands. Now these are like, you can wear them as scarves or like actual headbands and things like that, and
Okay.
they're supposed to boost up some stat.
Okay.
So here you can see that there is a power band that would boost attack by your base stats.
Okay.
This, however, let me make sure. Oh, really? Okay. So this power band costs 3,000 Poke.
Okay, I can at least afford that. That's oh boy. Are there just power bands or other stats as well?
So there's power bands. There's the defense scarf, which does a similar thing for defense. That one also costs 3,000.
Okay.
Let me list off a couple of them. So all of these effectively cost 3,000 or more. So whatever, you're buying only one of these if you are. So I'll list off some of them real quick.
Yeah.
So there's a P.E.K.K.A. Scarf. When held, you can't be poisoned. There's a Prism Band. When held, you cannot be confused. A Weather Band. When held, you can't be affected by weather. Defense Scarf. Defense boost by base stats. Detect Band. Your speed increases by base stats. The Munch Belt. When held, your attack and special attack increase by base stats, but your belly decreases quicker. There's a Power Band increasing attack. Special Band increases special attack. Twist Band, your stat can't be lowered. Zinc Band, your special defense increases. And the Bounce Band, so if items are thrown at you, they bounce off. All of these cost at least 3,000.
When you say by base stat, do you mean like it doubles my base stat, or do you mean like it just increases the base stat?
So for your example, suppose we get the Power Band for you.
Right.
Your base stat before level up or anything like that. So your base attack is 8, if I'm looking at it correct. So it would increase by 8.
To 16?
Then you also have your level up bonuses. So
Right, and then plus like 1, and then
These
my
items would
God.
just
Yeah,
go
so
in
that-
the permanent bonus column in your character sheet, right?
yeah,
that's
it would go in permanent bonus as long as you're holding it.
that's insane. That doubles. So it basically just pretty much doubles my whatever stat it is.
For early levels, it doubles it, and then as you get more and more leveled up, the effect is smaller, but it's still a significant effect.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna look into either power or defense. Which one do I want to look into? I could just be even more of an attacker.
Again, I have to make sure. This only works if this is your held item. If this is in your bag, it does not count.
Oh, okay, got it.
So, in other words, if you want to switch out your held items to something like that, this attack boost, defense boost will drop back down to normal. So,
right, okay.
there's a cost and effect and stuff like that, and it's expensive, but
makes sense. And then I assume to use things like the blast seed or whatever, I have to hold it and then use it.
If for blast seeds and things like that, you can use it from the bag.
Uh-huh.
It's more of just bans and other sort of long-term effects that you have to have the held item. But
Okay.
for basic things like blast seed, you can kind of just pick it up, eat it, and blast it out.
Okay. Well, in that case, I think... Oh boy, I think I'm going to buy the power band. Just for the sake of being even more of an attacker than I already am.
Okay, so you buy the power band. So pick up the power band, go to Kecleon's desk, right?
Yep.
Alright, so Kecleon looks at you. Really, sir, I'm surprised you have the... And he looks at your baseball cap. The funds to purchase such a good...
Such a good what? You gonna finish that sentence, buddy?
Oh, such a good, like, an object.
Yes. Okay.
Like goods and services type good, yeah.
Oh, like a good. I was like, a good what? That's how Ralph is. Ralph is just not high IQ right now. Well, save the judgments for later. I'm gonna get this power band, and I have the money, so be quiet.
Okay, sir, that'll be 3,000 poke. And
Alright.
then on top of that, there is taxes that you have to pay for goods such as these.
There's a tax? Okay, how much is the tax?
You cannot participate in such an prestigious environment without being... Now, of course, if you were part of a guild or something, then the tax would be revoked.
I am part of a guild.
Oh, can I see your identification?
Question for the DM. Do I have that said identification?
You do. So I'm going to say that piece of paper that was the main reason why you were able to find the hidden land and all that mumbo jumbo. That is your identification, and you are currently holding on to it right now.
Wait, so it's the identification for the recruits of the Lost, the organization that I'm supposed to be a secret member of.
Have you looked at the paper since the Dreamland sequence?
I don't think I have. No, I can look at it now.
Okay, then you can look at it now. Would you like to look at it now?
Sure.
Okay, you look at it and it says the Bronze Roses.
Oh, lit. Okay. Yeah, I'm part of the Bronze Roses. So I'm just gonna casually hand this over to you. Nothing shady about this at all.
Okay, so he looks it over, kind of shows it up to the light. And it's like, okay, well then, that'll be 3,000 poke, sir.
All right. I give him 3,000 poke. Now I'm down to 1,900.
You hand over the chunk of cash.
Okay, and I'm also gonna be holding the power band. So right now my attack is... That is not opposed to me. 17! Oh my god.
And for people listening at home, there is the very small, actually pretty big chance that this is going to be broken eventually. But as of right now, we're going with this, so...
Yep. Alright, well, I have a train to catch, so I'll see you later.
Alright, and you head on out the store. I assume you're heading to the train station?
Yep, right away, because I need to make up for lost time, because I got sidetracked by the cap.
Okay, so you both are done shopping, if I'm correct?
Yep.
Kyle's been done shopping.
Alright, so Kyle, you're at the train station right now. It's about, let's say, a little after noon. What are you doing?
Kyle is sitting by the ticket booth, like on a bench, like in like the main like entryway of the train station, and he looks very unamused. He's been sitting there for 3 hours.
Hey, smart guy, have you thought about buying tickets in that time?
Well, Kyle can't buy a ticket for a train that's going to leave when Ralph isn't around.
Oh, that's true. I guess I'm not really the smart guy.
There's a reason that one of us is the smart character here. Because
We'll
one
talk
of us
about
is
this
the
after the episode.
I'm not gonna go that far.
Okay.
I will say before I get started with my monologue, you did fail the smart roll. Now, with that said, so it's like 12:15 right now, and Ralph comes on in.
Hey, sorry about the lateness. It's just, gosh, some things are so expensive.
The lateness. What time did we get here to downtown Thunder Tree City?
Like, we got there at like 8 a.m. Sorry,
What time is it now?
11.
Ralph, can you read a clock?
I don't. I have trouble
It's
if it's
quarter-
analog. I'm better when it's digital.
It's 12:15, Ralph. 6 trains have left going to the Shady Grove, and I've been sitting here waiting to go because you wanted to take the stupid train and you wanted to go buy some fancy move or whatever, and
Okay.
now we're gonna be late and we're not gonna make it in time.
You hear in the background a train leave, and on the train on the side, the conductor's like, heading out for Shady Grove.
We don't have tickets. Can we buy tickets in the train? Is that?
But no, it's leaving.
Oh,
This train is
darn
gone.
it. I was hoping we could catch it and then buy tickets on the train. Because you can do that with like a New York City ferry. Anyway, moving on. Oh, well, I'm really sorry. Well, don't be mad at me. But I actually didn't get any moves. I got this cool cap, and it's signed by hopefully soon a sports hero. And I also got this, but I did get this power band, which will make my attack much, much higher. So
Ralph,
it's worth it. I promise.
how much money did you spend?
3,300. Okay.
You spent over half the money we were given?
Maybe. But it's worth it.
Wow.
I'm gonna punch things so much harder now with this power band. I promise. It's gonna be awesome.
And is that power band gonna keep your belly full when we're in the forest looking for an item and we have to fight off so many people chasing after us, and we're not near a city, and oh my god,
Well,
Ralph,
the power band's
you're-
gonna make it easier to fight people off. Besides, food's not that expensive. How much did you spend on food?
I didn't even spend 1,000 and I got enough food for a week.
Okay, so we're fine. We'll be fine. I still have 1,900 poke. We'll be fine for food. I'm sure. Worst case scenario, we can talk to the Alakazam and we can try to see if there's any way we can get some more poke from him, from guild funds, if that's a thing.
Ralph, I don't know why I'm out here with you. Let's just get on the next train. We have to wait half an hour now, but let's get the tickets and let's go.
All right. I'm sorry. I'll try my best to not be so late next time.
Kyle doesn't even look at Ralph as he walks over to the ticket booth. And
All right, in the ticket booth, it's blocked off by a screen because I can't think of what Pokemon's behind there. So the Pokemon just goes, "Hey, what ticket would you like?"
can I get 2 tickets to Shady Grove?
Sure. Would that be the 6:30 p.m. or the 9 p.m.?
There's no train until 6:30.
The next train going to Shady Grove is at 6:30. We've had to divert some other trains that would normally go to Shady Grove.
Why'd you divert them?
There's a bunch of traffic going on in Sunbeam City, and they needed extra trains. Since this is
Oh my
19XX or whatever, there are enough trains.
Even in a TTRPG, I cannot escape the New York City subways. Like classic. Because of train traffic ahead of us, we are unable to move forward. We apologize for any inconvenience.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even think of that. But yes.
Oh boy.
Look what you did, Ralph.
Well,
Give me one good reason that I shouldn't ditch you and walk there myself.
you don't have to ditch me if you're gonna walk there. I'll just walk with you. I'm gonna ask a question to the ticket person. Are there any tickets to Oakport and then maybe trains going from Oakport to Shady Grove? Not necessarily like direct.
Well, you have two different options. You can either go to Oakport and then Oakport to Shady Grove, or you can go to New
Yeah.
Birch City and then from New Birch City to Shady Grove. Now, I should
Where's
mention
Newbush?
Oakport is much more of a so I'll say this out of character now. Oakport is very much like a seaside village. New Birch
Right.
City is not as big as Thunder Tree, but it's still a decent sized city. So
Uh
honestly, it
huh.
depends on what your avenues are.
And is
I will say that it will probably be quicker if you go to New Birch and then walk to Shady Grove than Oakport to Shady Grove as on the train.
okay? Well, when are those trains leaving? The New Birch one at least.
Yep, so make a decision. Either you could head to Oakport and then Shady Grove, or New Birch and then Shady Grove.
Well, when is it? What's the schedule for it? Like when is it leaving? What's available?
So both of them leave in the next in 10 minutes, and then
Oh, great.
You would have to basically both of them leave in the next 10 minutes, and eventually you will get to Shady Grove. It would be train to Oakport, train to Shady Grove, or train to New Birch, walk to Shady Grove.
All right. Since I was admittedly a doofus, let's take the New Birch one, and then you can enjoy a nice walk through the forest to Shady Grove, because you said that you liked doing that, Kyle. So let's do that, as my way of saying sorry.
All right, let's go.
All right. How much for the tickets to New Birch, and then Shady Grove?
So to head to New Birch, it will cost 60 poke each.
Okay, I'm willing to pay that. And then is there another cost for New Birch and Shady Grove, or is that for like the total trip?
We're walking.
Oh wait, we're walking. Whoops, I'm dumb. All right, 60 poke it is then.
All right, so hopefully you guys have deducted your 60.
Yeah, I'm doing that now.
Kyle very begrudgingly puts the 60 poke down.
And I kind of like fish around a little bit deeper in my pockets for that 60 poke.
Okay. You guys get the ticket, and 10 minutes pass. You guys head on the train. Where are you sitting? So I will. This is sort of important, potentially. Maybe I don't know. So there are 5 passenger carts in this train. So they're labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is in the back. 1 is in the front, right next to the actual engine. So where are you sitting?
I think Kyle is a back of the train kind of guy. So I think he's gonna sit in like 4 or 5.
Well, Kyle right now is just following Ralph because Kyle is annoyed and is just begrudgingly following along.
Okay, 4 or 5. Or let's go with 4.
Okay. So you sit down in passenger cart 4, and inside that passenger cart, no one is there. You saw, though, however, as you were walking into 4, quickly turned around, somebody walked into 5. But that's all you know as of right now.
Okay.
All right, and then 10 minutes pass. The train gets a little whistle sound. The train makes a sound and heads on out, and that's where we will end this episode.
All right, train trip.
Woo! Okay, thank you very much for listening to Not a Scratch. We hope you sincerely enjoyed. Until next time, I have been your PM, your DM, your GM, Anaru.
And I'm Vin Mansour playing Ralph.
And I'm Mohammed playing Kyle.
Thank you very much, and until next time, ladies and gentlemen, take care. All right, cool beans and rice. All right, that's there.
I was so confused when you said and rice like that. I was like, wait, what? Beans.
Yes. That doesn't sound very appetizing. Cold
I'm
beans
getting
and
my real
rice.
dice because I don't feel like.
Well, cool beans, not cold beans. Just cool. Just cool.
No, I want my beans
Like they've
warm.
come off the stove and they're
That also
cool.
doesn't. That also doesn't sound particularly appetizing.
Then it should be cooled beans and rice
The
as
beans have
opposed
to
to
be
cool
warm.
beans.
Well,
They had to be
once they are cooled, they are cooled. They
No,
are
but then
well,
if it's
like
too
after
cool,
they
then
have
it's
gone
not.
through the process of being,
I
but
disagree.
they're not cooled. Like they're not. No. They're not actively cooled. That's the thing. They're passively cooled, and therefore they are not cooled beans. Cooled beans are actively cooled. Cool beans are passively cooled just by the
No.
nature of heat dissipating.
No, cooled beans. If you let something cool, it becomes cooled. It doesn't have to be active or passive.
Well, the verb, yes, but you wouldn't say that they are cooled. You just say they're cool. You just say they're cold.
No, I'd say they're cooled. They've been cooled.
No, I just say they're
This
cool.
is the entire beginning part, by the way.
Let's just agree to disagree. It doesn't matter if it's cool or cold.
What is this
What have
agree
you
to
done?
disagree?
All right,
PS?
you
I'm
two ready?
right.
'Cause- Are you two ready and not discussing about the beans anymore?
I'm ready.
Listen, man, there's no avoiding the beans. As long as there is
Okay,
bean-related matters to address, I
Stop
will
it,
never
Mommy.
be ready.
We gotta record an episode.
Listen, you know me. I wreak
Okay,
havoc, and my chaotic energy is through the roof right now.
Of course.
All right, then switch on Kyle.
Kyle is not chaotic. Kyle is not chaotic.
Ralph is chaotic.
Oh.
Ralph should also open his spreadsheet because he hasn't done that yet.
Oh yeah, the spreadsheet might be important. I mean, it's always important, but
What spreadsheet are we looking at?
the spreadsheet, your only
Like
spreadsheet.
my character sheet.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like
yeah.
I haven't opened that yet.
Oh. You were saying you hadn't opened your. I thought you were saying I hadn't
Yes.
opened something. I was like, huh?
I was saying I was irresponsible.
No, but I thought you were saying
You have
I
one
was
job.
irresponsible.
No, I wouldn't at you like that.